Joan Rivers fat-shamed Oprah Winfrey on The Tonight Show in 1985 during Oprah's first ever national TV appearance. Now, Oprah recalled the incident in her book, Food, Health, and Happiness, writing that Joan said, "So, how did you gain the weight? Wait a minute, did she just use my national television debut to ask me why I was so fat?" she said. Joan sat behind Johnny's big wooden desk, telling me she didn't want to hear my excuses and that I shouldn't have let this happen. She wagged her flawlessly manicured finger at me, pointed out that I was still a single girl, and challenged me to come back 15 pounds lighter the next time she hosted, Oprah said. Now, throughout her career, Oprah has been very open about her struggles to lose weight, and she even became the face of the weight loss program Weight Watchers. Ultimately though, she decided to take Ozempic and it slimmed down her figure completely. Now, Whoopi Goldberg revealed that she started using weight loss injections around 2022 after a woman thought she was wearing a fat suit in one of her films. Now, it wasn't a fat suit, Whoopi was just 300 pounds at the time. Yeah, and Whoopi actually called this out on an episode of The View, saying, "I don't really care about how you felt about the movie, but you should know that was not a fat suit, that was me. That was me, that was steroids." You see, Whoopi was taking steroids at the time of filming to treat her sciatica symptoms. She added, "It's okay not to be a fan of the movie, but you want to leave people's looks out," which is a good point. In 2014, Jonah Hill visited Georgia Tech to screen his new animated series, Alan Gregory. Now, after the screening, he did a short press conference with local radio shows, and Jonah has played many roles where he's considered to be the fat guy. Now, at this point in the interviews though, he had lost weight and had gone to a nutritionist, and he decided to be a healthier version of himself. Now, after he explained this, an interviewer asked him, "But are you still considered the fat guy?" Another reporter laughs, and you can just see Jonah's whole demeanor change. It was just a plain rude thing to ask, and Jonah then looks at other reporters and asks, "Do you have any other questions that are smart?" and then continued on with the interview with different reporters. And in 2004, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were guests on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Now, at the time, Mary-Kate had been hounded by the press about her weight, with intense media speculation that the star was suffering from an eating disorder. Now, Oprah says, "I know there's been a rumor that has recently surfaced that's upset you." Now, Mary-Kate and Ashley were both clearly taken aback by the question, and a tense moment of silence followed, by Oprah saying, "You know, the one about the eating." Now, Mary-Kate was so thrown off by the line of questioning that she looked almost on the verge of tears, and after some awkward back and forth, Oprah asked the Olsen twins what dress size they were, and they reacted uncomfortable, saying, "I don't know." Now, it was obvious that the questions about their body were uncomfortable, but Oprah still pushed. When they said they weren't sure, Oprah hit back sarcastically saying, "Oh, you're not sure? That's so interesting." Now, they were just teenagers at the time of this interview, so this was really messed up.
Jennifer Love Hewitt has been a staple in Hollywood since the 1990s, rising to fame early as a teen star and becoming widely recognized for roles in hits like I Know What You Did Last Summer and Trojan War. But her public persona was shaped as much by her acting as by her appearance, a reality that in recent years she has spoken about with candor and sadness as relentless body shaming continues to follow her. The turning point came in 2007 when paparazzi photos of Hewitt vacationing in a bikini in Hawaii were published under the headline, "Stop Calling Me Fat." The reaction was swift and cruel. Blogs and tabloids mocked her body, called her overweight, and criticized her appearance in ways that the actress has since admitted left her devastated. At the time, Hewitt was like a size 2, but the scrutiny was relentless. She later said, "I don't think I was ever really insecure until that cover, and then when it happened, I don't know that I've ever recovered from it." What was so especially damaging, Hewitt has explained, was that the moment captured was one of her happiest, singing, dancing, and enjoying herself. The resulting coverage not only shattered her confidence, but introduced a new layer of anxiety, an ongoing fear that any unguarded moment might once again be turned into public ridicule. This was not just a one-off. Growing up in the spotlight, Hewitt was labeled as an intimate symbol before she even understood the real term, leading to years of objectification and inappropriate questions. The focus was often on her appearance instead of her talent, and she found herself trying to outact the conversation around her body rather than simply being recognized for her work. After the initial wave of mocking headlines in 2007, Hewitt tried to take back control of the narrative. She responded publicly to the body shaming, telling young women to be proud of their bodies and to put on a bikini and stay strong. Her message was one of resilience and empowerment, aiming to inspire others facing public scrutiny or insecurity. Body shaming has only intensified in the age of social media. Recent threads on Reddit and Twitter have shown that despite her efforts to promote positivity and focus on her talents, some fans and critics continue to dissect her every appearance. Even her return to high-profile projects like I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot in 2025, reignited conversations and sadly more scrutiny about her current looks, revealing society's persistent fixation on women's bodies over their achievements. Today, Hewitt remains candid about the pain the body shaming has caused her, admitting, "I don't know if I've even ever put that together for myself other than right now," acknowledging how deeply rooted the trauma is from years of exposure and criticism. She credits her mother's advice, "Take your power back, belong to yourself, and don't worry about it," with helping her maintain perspective and confidence, but the damage caused by years of scrutiny is not something she or many other stars can easily erase. Jennifer Love Hewitt's experiences show how the entertainment industry and public discourse remain preoccupied with women's bodies, often at their emotional expense. Despite her remarkable career and outspoken resistance, fans and trolls alike continue to scrutinize her appearance, illustrating the ongoing challenge of overcoming body shaming in Hollywood.
Selena Gomez got a new body, but is it body by design or body by Ozempic? I don't know, but fans are concerned. Selena Gomez just popped up online looking snatched, like red carpet ready, without even trying. And you already know what happened next. Social media lost its collective mind. The Ozempic whisper started faster than you can say celebrity body transformation. Fans were buzzing. "She's definitely on Ozempic," one person claimed. "No way, that's just diet and exercise," another person said. Now the speculation hit hard, especially after she posted a fresh selfie that had everyone zooming in like it was a crime scene. Suddenly, Selena's body became the internet's favorite topic, and not in a cute way. But let's rewind for a second. Selena's body has always been a headline, whether she's gained weight, lost weight, or dared to exist in peace. And she's already addressed this literally more than once. She's got lupus, an autoimmune disease that affects her kidneys and requires serious medication. The same meds that literally make her retain water and cause her weight to basically fluctuate, sometimes dramatically. Now, she explained all of this in a TikTok video over a year ago. She said that when she takes her meds, her weight goes up. When she's off them, her weight goes down. It's not a Hollywood secret or a miracle substance. It's basic biology and chronic illness. And honestly, the fact that she has to keep repeating this while strangers nitpick her body is exhausting. I mean, of course, none of that stopped the Ozempic rumors from popping off again after Selena showed up at the 2025 SAG Awards looking stunning in a navy Celine gown. Now, instead of focusing on her award win or her flawless glam, people were like, she's definitely on that Ozempic drip. Because apparently, if you're a woman in Hollywood and you lose weight, it must be from a jab in your stomach and not, let's just say, I don't know, life, illness, or stress. Even Taylor Lautner stepped in. Yes, Mr. Twilight himself. He posted a side-by-side of Selena through the years and basically said she looks amazing at every size. Y'all need to chill. Which, honestly, yeah, we needed to hear from someone, you know, who's used to be body shamed for his abs. I mean, and Selena isn't without support. The ladies on The View, including Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin, came to her defense, reminding everyone that lupus and the meds that treat it can drastically change your appearance. But of course, this is the internet we love, you know, and we love our outrage more than empathy, apparently. Now, here's the truth. Selena hasn't said she's on Ozempic. What she has said is that her health condition affects her weight. And frankly, even if she were using something like Ozempic, that's her business, not ours. But in this case, people are ignoring her actual medical reality in favor of a trendy headline-grabbing accusation. Case in point. So before the internet goes full detective mode on Selena's waistline, maybe let's not forget she's living with a serious illness, guys, and maybe let's not turn every weight fluctuation into a conspiracy theory, because it's not. Celebrate, you know, the glow up if you want, sure, but don't erase her reality just to fit a rumor. Now, Selena looked amazing. She's won. She smiled, and once again, she handled the noise with a lot of grace. Meanwhile, the internet was too busy speculating about syringes to notice.
There has always been discussion about Billie's style and choice of clothing. A lot of people have questioned and judged her for choosing to wear baggy clothes all the time. They've shamed her for wearing clothes that are too big for her, but on the few occasions that she has shown any kind of skin, they've shamed her for showing it. She really just can't win in any situation. She has talked about it in the past and even released a visual piece about body shaming in which she said, "Some people hate what I wear, some people praise it, some people use it to shame others, some people use it to shame me. If I wear what is comfortable, I am not a woman. If I shed the layers, I'm a slut. Though you've never seen my body, you still judge it and judge me for it." And she's absolutely right. People just constantly judge her, which might be the reason why she does stick to baggy, comfortable clothes. In a world as judgmental as ours and with her platform, I would probably be scared to show my body to people. But earlier this week, she decided to ditch the baggy clothes and walk around LA wearing jogger shorts and a beige tank top, showing more skin than anyone is used to, but a lot less skin than other celebrities show. But leave it up to the internet to start body shaming her over these paparazzi photos, saying that her body looks like a mid-30s wine mom. Thankfully, her fans were there to call out the haters and defend her. They started saying that we need to praise normal bodies and that social media has taught men that bodies like Billie's are fact and not normal. Even YouTuber Jessie Page came to her defense and went on a rant saying, "Billie Eilish is beautiful. Please do not body shame her or anyone for that matter. Body shaming is not news or gossip. It's harmful and unacceptable." Billie herself has remained quiet on the subject, probably because this is not the first time and there's really no point in voicing her opinion because people are just gonna say what they want. The only thing she has said about it is she shared an Instagram reel to her story of a woman talking about normalizing body shapes. This was just yesterday, so we can assume she shared it as a response to all the critics, but fans are still wondering if she's going to speak on it or not. Personally, I wouldn't even give the haters a reaction, because that is probably what they want from Billie. Regardless, body shaming is so wrong no matter who it is towards, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with Billie's body. Starting us off at number 10 is Cardi B. The 27-year-old rapper started getting body shamed after photos of her at Target leaked online. The photos of her went viral and people started to say that she gained weight, even accusing her of photoshopping her recent Instagram picture. But Cardi responded to the haters saying that people actually photoshopped her Target pictures to make her look like a square. In a hilarious video, Cardi dressed up in a Louis Vuitton bikini and clapped back at the haters, saying that she did gain weight and she has lipo money to fix it. She also showed off her curves, her abs, even her stomach when she's not sucking in. She looks incredible. She actually had a baby and still has abs nicer than mine. Up next, number 9 is Lady Gaga. To her fans, she is walking perfection. Sometimes people forget that celebrities are just humans like the rest of us. Gaga was asked to do the halftime show at the 2017 Super Bowl, and to no surprise, she absolutely killed it. After her performance though, people started trolling her, calling her fat, and commenting on her stomach. People told her to work out her so-called flabby stomach and gut. Their words, not mine. Gaga responded by posting a picture from the performance and wrote in the caption that she is proud of her body and that everyone should be proud of theirs too. Coming in next, number 8 is Ariana Grande. For the majority of her career, she's been body shamed for being too thin. Her very petite frame has always been ridiculed by people saying that she is unhealthy, but recently she is getting shamed for allegedly gaining weight. A behind the scenes photo of the singer was leaked and people started to claim that she gained weight and that her stomach sticks out. Literally so ridiculous. The conversation was so intense that it even started to become a trending hashtag, and when you searched Ari on Twitter, Ariana Grande fat was a trending suggestion. Some of her fans of course stuck up for her, saying that she looks healthy and happy, but Ariana has not responded to any of it as of now, and honestly, she probably won't. And I wouldn't either. Cruising into number 7 is Jennifer Aniston. To me, she has an incredible body that I literally dream of having at her age, but people will always find a way to comment on someone else's body, and in 2016, things got out of control when people started saying that she was pregnant. She wasn't, apparently, at all, but tabloids started spreading pregnancy rumors and posting photos where her stomach looked bigger. But the actress later hit back during an interview with Vogue where she declared that people people stop body shaming because of the damage it does to our society, especially young girls. She even wrote a personal essay in 2016 for the Huffington Post about this topic and how it has to stop. In at number 6 is Selena Gomez. Back in 2015, she was body shamed after photos of her in a pink bikini were leaked. The 23-year-old at the time was just enjoying a beach day in Mexico when people started calling her fat and actually made collages online to compare her body from the past to the present. Selena went on the Ellen show and spoke about it, saying that it was the first time she was being called fat. The singer has had a lot of health issues and suffers from lupus and kidney issues. She actually had a kidney transplant last year because her life was in danger. She's explained that because of her health issues, her body fluctuates and it is never a reason for women to be shamed. She's had to clap back at haters on more than one occasion since then for body shaming her. She literally can't catch a break. Every bikini picture is like a whole scandal. Leave her alone. We're halfway through at number 5 and we have Tyra Banks. She has been body shamed on a few occasions throughout her career. She started out as a famous model for Sports Illustrated, so people have been obsessed with her body from day one. People first came at her in 2007 when bathing suit pictures leaked online and they said that she gained a significant amount of weight. She responded by telling people to kiss her fat ass. But years later they still call her fat because she has openly admitted to gaining 50 pounds, but she is happy with it. She was able to shut the haters up by proving she can still be a beautiful Sports Illustrated model. In 2019, she did a cover photo shoot with Sports Illustrated that mimicked the cover that she did in 1997. Rolling into spot number 4 is Kelly Clarkson. The singer has always been ridiculed over her weight, and she recently shared that she was told to lose weight in order to compete with other women. She recently opened up during an interview about the shaming and pressure of her weight and said that people in the music industry would show her photos of naked women to motivate her to lose weight. Despite the fact that people are always commenting on her weight gain, she revealed that she actually felt the most pressure when she was really thin because it was never enough and she always had more girls to compete with. Or so they told her. Luckily, Kelly has owned her body and is always open about her fitness journey with her followers. Her tweets are actually really freaking funny. Like when she's working out and she tweets and stuff, it's really funny. Taking over the 3rd spot is Miley Cyrus. Growing up in the spotlight as a kid on Disney is never an easy thing. People have always been shaming her for years now, and her weight is one of the reasons. She's been shamed for being too thin, and she's been shamed for being too fat. And we could never forget the time when people were comparing her body to a chicken and made rude memes about it. The pop star has been very vocal about her struggles with the pressure, admitting that even when she was a kid filming Hannah Montana, they told her that she needed to stay thin and look and dress a certain way. So she has always felt the pressure. Making her way into number 2 is Demi Lovato. The once Disney star has opened up about her struggle with eating disorders that started at a young age due to the industry. Like everyone else on this list, she has always been judged for any kind of change with her weight, and recently people started calling her fat because of her fuller figure. But Demi clapped back and posted on Instagram that she is more than just her weight. She said, "Unlike the past, I'm not triggered. I'm not upset that someone wrote a headline about my fuller figure. I'm angry that people think it's okay to write headlines about people's body shapes, especially a woman who has been so open about being in recovery from an eating disorder." She then went on to remind her followers that everyone is more than a number on a scale. Alright guys, we've made it to number 1 and we have Adele. Throughout her entire music career, people have criticized her body and categorized her as a plus size singer. But she always stuck to self-love and learning to appreciate your body. But in recent months, the singer shocked everyone with a weight loss photo on her Instagram. She posted a picture celebrating her birthday and she looked noticeably thinner than she normally is. Rather than applauding her for her weight loss journey, people started shaming her, saying that she is now too thin and unhealthy. They also ridiculed her diet and workout plan, saying that it does more damage than good to young girls who might look up to her. Honestly, I just feel like she can't win. No matter how she lost the weight, like people still would have shamed her, being like, "You're too thin now." Like she's either too big, too thin. God, Like, what do you even do?
Coming in at number 10 today, we have Mindy Kaling. Earlier this year, Mindy Kaling opened up about how she changed her view on working out and what the results had on her body, with the 43-year-old posting a series of stunning photos of herself looking fit and strong while wearing a stunning white strapless dress. A lot of fans in the comments started to call her out for being super skinny, with one fan saying, "Oh my god, for real, how did you get so skinny? Please share your secret." Another fan would say, "You're just gonna gain it all back." Back in May, Mindy would sit down with Self for an interview and she would say, "In my 20s, I thought working out was only effective if it was punishing. You hated it and it was kinda solitary." While Mindy decided to take a different approach to her workouts this time around, she decided to turn walking into a hobby. At least once a day, Mindy will take time out of her day to dedicate it to walking. And if she has 4 to 5 times in the day where she can have any time to herself, she also dedicates that time to walking so she won't sit around and play on her phone. Mindy has also opted to do strength training, yoga, and group fitness classes when she has the chance. On top of her new fitness schedule, she's also opted to take on a strict diet that consists of low carbs and many vegetables and fruits. Overall, Mindy has been pretty open about eating anything. While Mindy has stated that it's pretty hard to say how much weight she's lost altogether because she doesn't weigh herself, her results have been pretty stunning and she looks great. Coming in at number 9, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid is one of the highest paid models in the industry. Thanks to her strict diet and workout plan, she's been able to maintain a stunning figure. However, when Bella hit the runway for Paris Fashion Week, fans would come for the star and state that she looked extremely too skinny. Even though it was such an iconic moment not only for fashion and art, there were a lot of people questioning if the spray-on dress was fashion or was it just iconic because she was skinny. With many fans stating that Bella looks like she lost 20 pounds when she didn't need to, it brought us all to question where the fashion era is going now. For those of us who remember living in the trend of hip-hugging jeans and really skinny chic era in the 1990s, the misogynist Nadar of the fashion industry when the catwalks were full of women who frankly looked really sick. While the industry changed just for a short amount of time, it seems like Paris was once again filled with thigh gaps and jutting hip bones. Seems like we're going back to times where the industry insists that thinness equals beauty. However, fashion is so much more than objectifying ourselves to meet what the industry says is beautiful. While Bella couldn't control her shivering on the already chilly runway, as the material hit her skin and she had to breathe in its thick glue odor, it didn't stop her from saying, "Honey, cold is an understatement. I really blacked out. Still, it was the best day of my life," which makes us ask the better question. Is meeting the industry standards fashion, or is Bella just miserable? Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 8, Doja Cat. This year, Doja Cat got sick of trolls who were constantly commenting on her body online. Back in June, Doja went on Instagram and she used it as an opportunity to address people who think it's okay to make remarks about her weight. With the 26-year-old filming herself sitting in front of her laptop, she got Suri to recite a passage that she wrote in response to people saying that she was too skinny and making creepy comments about her body. In the video, Doja decided to not only hold anything back as she aired out her haters, and she also used the time to make it clear that it's never okay to body shame anyone. In the passage, Doja got Suri to say, "Do I have something to say? A lot of you bees keep bringing up how I'm skinny and won't shut the F up because you think it's okay to speak when it's literally my effing choice to eat more healthy and work out. I'm really effing sick and tired of y'all talking about my body." Doja would then continue to air out her haters by saying, "I used to be thick and forever, that's going to be your problem, not mine. So you can keep on suffering about how my body looks. V, I'm living my best life and I'm happy, be sad." With Doja adding that it was crazy that fans didn't realize how creepy they sounded when they were comparing her body to a doll, she would end up laughing at the end of the video with Suri saying LOL on repeat. Number 7, Kim Kardashian. Back in May after the Met Gala, Kim Kardashian started to face online backlash for continuing to hype her recent rapid weight loss, with the star previously receiving criticism for bragging about the fact that she dropped 16 pounds in 3 weeks to fit into Marilyn Monroe's iconic bedazzled dress. During an appearance on the Today in June, the reality TV star would brag about how she was now 21 pounds down since before the Met Gala. Kim would even go on to say, "I looked at it like a role. I wanted to wear this dress, it was really important to me. It actually taught me a lot about my lifestyle and my health, and since afterwards, I continued to eat really healthy." Kim stating that she feels like she has more energy more than ever after cutting out much sugar and a lot of junk food. She didn't even
even realize that she was eating a lot of fried foods until she started to follow a strict diet. When Kim decided to cut out a lot of sugar and carbs for almost a month, she would then be slammed by Lily Reinhart, who claimed it was disgusting for celebrities to admit that they were starving themselves, considering they had a large influence. While Kim has gone on to try to calm her haters down by comparing her transformation work to actors such as Christian Bale, she also claimed that she was simply just beginning to eat healthier, with fans telling Kim that it isn't healthy to lose 21 pounds in 2 months, as it's not sustainable. Kim has continued to use her platform to visibly spread such toxic lifestyles. And number 6, Khloe Kardashian. Back in September, Kardashian fans started to express their discomfort for Khloe Kardashian's gleeful reaction to being called really skinny in a shocking scene that we all saw air. Kim would tell Khloe that their sisters Kendall and Kylie had texted her saying that they were really concerned about Khloe's overall weight loss, with Kim saying, "You look really skinny. I will say that Kendall and Kylie, not that I'm trying to out them, but they did text me and they were a little concerned because you're really skinny." Khloe then appeared to be really happy about the comment, as a huge smile was seen creeping across her face. Khloe then ignored the concern from her family and instead let out an exciting gasp. After the episode aired, fans would then start to discuss the episode by saying it was so sad to see Khloe caring so much about her weight, with one writing, "She's been told for so long that she's overweight by her family and the media that it can be validating to hear the opposite, especially when people think you're really skinny enough that they're concerned. It's sad though." However, if you go through old pictures, Khloe was never as big as everyone made her seem. With Khloe's star power growing as soon as she began to undergo a physical transformation, her weight loss became a huge part of establishing her brand. While fans have expressed their concern at the unhealthy weight loss idea that seems to surround the Kardashian family, the show's hyperfixation on losing weight is disappointing. And number 5, Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh may be one of the hottest young stars on the rise in Hollywood at the moment, but the climb to the top of Hollywood's food chain hasn't been the easiest for her. In an interview with Telegraph, Florence would open up about how film executives wanted her to change her look to lose weight when she started out in the movie business. Florence was 19 when she made the journey across England to the United States to audition for a series called Studio City. However, the producers on the show told her that if she wanted to succeed, then she needed to transform her appearance. All the things they were trying to change about her included her weight, look, the shape of her face, and the shape of her eyebrows. When Florence got into the film business, it made her feel like she made a massive mistake. Eventually, Florence was able to find roles that made her fall back in love with cinema, where she didn't feel the same pressures. When Florence decided to wear a sheer Valentino hot pink gown to Valentino's Couture Fashion Week show in Rome this year, while majority of us were wrapped around the fact that she looked so elegant and chic, many people weren't so kind and they began to body shame the actor for being too tiny, especially around the breast area. While if Florence wasn't here for the shaming, she would state that it's easy for men to totally destroy a woman's body publicly and proudly for everyone to see. Number 4, Jessica Simpson. Back in August, Jessica Simpson fans started to express their concern for the pop star after she appeared to be skinnier than ever. When she opted to post a new bikini photo that showcased her tiny waist and chiseled features, fans started to become extremely worried over the swimsuit photo, as Jessica appeared to be extremely thin in the photos and her face was giving onlookers a glimpse of the bone structure underneath. Fans would then take to the comment section to voice their concerns for the ex-reality TV star's shrinking body, with one person writing, "Read your book and absolutely loved it. I hope you're taking care of yourself and prioritizing your health." Another would say, "Oh Jessica, there is a time you just gotta stop." Now this wouldn't be the first time fans have been worried about Jessica's health and overall weight, as earlier this year, back in May, she posted another photo showing off her excessively thin frame. With many fans asking if the star is okay, it's not hard to notice that the star is completely unrecognizable. Now before recently, Jessica was always known to be pretty curvy, and her new thin approach to fit into the industry has us wondering if there's something more concerning going on. While Jessica looks stunning both thin and curvy, it's hard to say if she's healthy or thriving. At number 3, we have Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson began her dramatic weight loss journey 2 years ago because she knew her emotional eating habit was unhealthy. However, until recently, a lot of us feel like she's been losing weight way too fast. With many fans looking up at the star for being comfortable being in her own skin, she made a lot of people love their larger bodies. As a result, her fans went on to watch her lose weight and they felt like it was the
the ultimate betrayal. Although Rebel used to use her side to fuel her jokes, she's been trimming down in recent years. Like many stars, Rebel has addressed her weight loss on social media, and she's been working really hard to get to her goal weight of 165 pounds. While Rebel has made huge changes to her lifestyle to reach her goal weight, she has also used it to inspire others. When the actress first started to document her fitness journey, it initially led her to lose more than 60 pounds. And when she finally reached her goal weight, she would still continue to lose a huge amount of weight really quickly, which had a lot of us concerned. With Rebel working out 6 days a week and following a strict diet, has a lot of fans wondering if she's actually losing the weight safely. However, the actress looks good and healthy, and she seems to be thriving, and while she may not feel guilty about binging on a pizza every now and then, let's not make her feel guilty about loving her new lifestyle. At number 2, Lauren Ash. Superstar actor Lauren Ash opened up about her dramatic weight loss and backlash she received because it was honestly hurtful to read. Back in May, Lauren posted a photo with the caption, "You know what's fun? When you're living in a larger body, people say that they're really concerned about your health, and then when you transition into a smaller body, people post that they're concerned for your health." Starting to think that there's no winning as a woman. After losing a huge amount of weight over the years, it hasn't stopped people from commenting or DMing the actress about their thoughts surrounding the idea of her weight loss. While the star looks happy and healthy, she can't seem to get over the fact that people have been telling her that she is no longer a role model because she lost weight, as she can't understand why her body was the only thing that made people think she was a role model, as she's never once promoted her weight loss and she never would. While the actor is in a smaller body than she was a year ago, she explained that her body will continue to change throughout the years and she has no secret to what led to her weight loss. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Kendall Jenner. At the start of the year, Kendall started to spark concerns after she shared a picture of herself looking really thin. Now, most models are known for being really skinny. However, some of Kendall's fans worry that she's gone way too far to meet industry standards when she posted a picture back in January, when the 26-year-old posted a photo in which she was standing in front of a mirror wearing a tiny black miniskirt and a knee-high leather boots. It wouldn't be her outfit that people were commenting on. Instead, they opted to point out that she had pin-thin legs and a tiny waist. When the snap appeared on her Instagram page, fans started to express their concerns by saying she looked really thin, with one writing, "I don't feel this is a good image to show," and another would say that Jenner looks like skin and bones. While Kendall has never actually responded to fans who were concerned about her weight, the majority of catwalk models continue to remain pin-thin, prompting some to accuse the fashion industry, casting agents, of saying one thing and doing another.
Number 10, Kelly Clarkson. The singer got an absurd amount of criticism from Katie Hopkins, an English television personality who had proven time and time again that some people will go to extreme measures to tell women that being fat is some kind of moral failing and the result of laziness. But she really took it too far on her own television show, where she gains and loses about 18 kilograms just to show you how easy it is. She told Entertainment Tonight, quote, "Kelly Clarkson is now a chunky monkey. If we're putting it kindly, she does look like she's eaten her backup singers." Hopkins went on to say that Kelly needs to get out there with her stroller and do some pushing and get some of that weight off. But Clarkson's response was amazing. When Heat magazine told her about the tweets, she was puzzled. Quote, "I don't have a clue what you're talking about. Someone tweeted something about me?" And once she was actually shown the comments, she simply said, "Oh, and she's tweeted something nasty about me. That's because she doesn't know me. I'm awesome. It doesn't bother me. It's a free world, say what you will." There's literally no better way to make it clear that you're confident in your own skin. Number 9, Iskra Lawrence. 2016 was definitely a great year for Iskra Lawrence's career. The 28-year-old British fashion star rose quickly to fame in the fashion industry after American Eagle chose her as one of its models. She has also made a name for herself by promoting body positivity on her own social media accounts while making it a priority to never retouch her images. Throughout all of her success though, Iskra has worked to keep her message about body positivity relatively same for her followers. She will often post pictures online showing off her curves unretouched so others can also find inspiration in celebrating their own body shapes. But that has got her a lot of hate on the internet for being both plus size and a model. In response to an Instagram commenter who tried to shame her, she wrote, quote, "I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. This is for anyone who has ever been called fat. Thanks for the inspirational words." She captioned the photo where she was lying down surrounded by potato chips and snacks. She also added a video showing shot in slow motion featuring her eating a chip, then put up the middle finger and wrote that she's actually not rude, but she wanted to hit back at the online trolls. Number 8. Jennifer Lawrence. She is one of the highest paid actresses in the world, and it's well known that she's probably one of the most famous. We all know she's a bit of a workaholic too, and has certainly been kept very busy since finding fame as Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games. But with worldwide fame and success, unfortunately, comes worldwide criticism of weight, especially for women. But according to the actress, she was actually body shamed long before she became a household name. In fact, she admitted to Harper's Bazaar that people first started calling her fat from a very young age, all the way at the beginning of her career. Quote, "It was just the kind of S that actresses have to go through. Somebody told me I was fat, that I was going to get fired if I didn't lose a certain amount of weight. They brought in pictures of me where I was basically naked and told me to use them as motivation for my diet. It was just that." She said at the time it really hurt, but she chose not to let it get her down. She added that she'll never let it happen to her again, and that if anybody ever tries to whisper the word diet, she would tell them to go F themselves. Number 7. Ashley Graham. She was the first ever plus-size model to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue back in 2016. But with all that recognition and of course stunning beauty to match, Ashley has also received a barrage of hate comments online, and 99% of them being fatphobic. Most of these people upset at the model claim that featuring her body is somehow glorifying bad health. In fact, one of her haters was Cheryl Tiegs, a former American supermodel who told E! That featuring plus-size models on the cover of magazines promotes an unhealthy lifestyle. This seems to be the main way that plus-size models get hate. But Ashley was very classy about the whole thing, and she had the best response. She told E! Quote, "Cheryl Tiegs may have said what she said, and it may have hurt a lot of people's feelings, but my skin is so thick, I kind of rolled my eyes. I was like, oh whatever, another one of these ladies," which just proves that Cheryl's comments were nothing new and probably something Ashley has heard countless times. She also said that we really need to change the industry because many other women have that same negative mindset. Number 6. Melissa McCarthy. She's had an amazing career so far. She's been in Bridesmaids and had some of the best comedic moments on Saturday Night Live. But McCarthy has often spoken about the body shaming she has experienced throughout her career. In an interview with InStyle, the 51-year-old comedic actress brought up one particular occasion where her appearance has been scrutinized by male journalists. Quote, "He kept asking, 'Are you shocked that you actually work in this business at your tremendous size?'" The actress said that she refused to dignify the interviewer with a response, but insisted that it actually happens all the time. In fact, one especially terrible reviewer called her tractor-sized and, quote, "a gimmick comedian who has devoted her short career to being obese and obnoxious with equal success," which is ironic because at the time she was the second highest paid actress in the world. McCarthy responded to the comments and told the New York Times that she feels really bad for someone who is swimming in so much hate. She just thought that's someone who's in a really bad spot, whereas she's in a really happy spot, which makes sense because a lot of the negative comments are just projections. Number 5. Meghan Trainor. Okay, I think we all remember the controversy surrounding the music video for Meghan Trainor's Me Too. The singer had to deal with body shaming that was not actually coming from fans, but the company that produced her song. So the controversy all started in May of 2016 upon the release of her hit song Me Too, but not long after she learned that they had photoshopped her to make her waist look smaller in post-production. At first, she was confused and she told Good Morning America, quote, "When it was up, I saw my fans posting clips of this dance scene and I was like, why are my fans messing with my waist? And then I looked at my video and I was like, it's my own video." And the crazy thing is that even though Meghan herself was involved in the editing process, they photoshopped her waist down without her knowing. Her reaction was mostly surprised at first because she just wasn't sure how it was done. But she quickly took action. Quote, "I love the director and I love this video and was so proud of this, but I have to call up the head of Vivo and say, take it down, that's not me. I need to fix this now as soon as I can." And she actually really meant it because the video was subsequently removed and a little bit later, the unedited version was then posted. Number 4. Bebe Rexha. Unfortunately for celebrities, they often have to learn the hard way that you don't just find body shamers in the depths of the internet, but sometimes in the designers that are supposed to be dressing you up and making you feel spectacular. Back in 2019, the singer had to call out body shaming designers who refused to dress her for the Grammys because she was apparently too big for designer clothes, which is ridiculous. While she was disappointed, Rexa defiantly explained, quote, "If a size 6 to 8 is too big, then I don't know what to tell you. Then I don't want to wear your effing dresses, cause that's crazy. You're saying that all the women in the world that are size 8 and up are not beautiful, and they cannot wear your dresses." The same year, she also fired back at body shamers on Twitter, writing, quote, "To all the people tweeting mean things about me and my weight, you just want a response, and you will not get it. Unless you are completely perfect, you have no effing right to talk about anybody else's body." And she added that she does not care about what people think about her weight. She only cares about what she thinks about her own weight. Number 3, Kim Kardashian. Let's be honest, the star has been body shamed for years, from her plastic surgery to her post-pregnancy body that made headlines and was memed like crazy, with people comparing her to a whale. But even though some people feel like Kim has always had the desirable body type, she never really got away from the fat shaming that came with public life. You would think that after years in the spotlight she would be used to it, but Kim opened up to the We Are Supported By podcast and said that the comments about her weight during her pregnancy hurt so much, but her candidness resonated with a lot of people. She started by saying, quote, "It killed my self-esteem. I would sit at home and cry all the time," which just goes to show you how harsh criticism can be. But she has since wrote on her website that she is proud of herself and her body. Quote, "I am empowered by my body. I am empowered by my sexuality. I'm empowered by feeling comfortable in my skin. I'm empowered by showing the world my flaws and not being afraid of what anyone is going to say about me. And I hope that through this platform I have been given, I can encourage the same empowerment for girls and women all over the world," which is a great way to see that she's actually overcome all the negativity. Number 2, Lady Gaga. If anyone knows what it's like to constantly have your body scrutinized by the public, it's Lady Gaga. One of the times she had to deal with it was back in 2013 when a random Twitter user opted to fat shame her, and in response she just posted a selfie that featured her amazing thighs and captioned the photo "curvy and proud" with a pig emoji. It's definitely one of the simplest things you can do to show the haters that you just don't care. She also dealt with massive amounts of criticism in 2012 after posting some semi-nude photos of herself on her website, revealing that she has struggled with and then it happened again in 2017 after her Super Bowl performance, where the singer wore bodysuits and a tummy-bearing crop top from Versace. The haters were livid that she had a bit of a belly while dancing around and giving the performance of her lifetime. One tweet even said, quote, "All of Lady Gaga's female dancers were fat. Pretty sure it's to make her look thinner." And Gaga responded on Instagram saying that she heard her body is a topic of conversation. So she wanted to say that she's proud of her body and you should be proud of yours too. She told women, quote, "Be you and be relentlessly you." And coming in at number 1, Tyra Banks. When it comes to shutting down fat shamers, Tyra Banks is basically the queen. 15 years ago, we witnessed an iconic moment in television history. The day Tyra Banks told everyone to kiss it. That clip has since gone viral, and it starts with a supermodel walking into a taping of her talk show, focused on addressing photographs that had surfaced of her on the beach. In the paparazzi photos, the star was standing on the shore in a one-piece swimsuit, unaware that her figure would soon be on the front cover of every tabloid in America, under the headlines that were making fun of her weight, like Tyra Banks. But amid the intense scrutiny, Banks wore the same bathing suit on the set of her show and looked into the camera and delivered a now famous monologue. Quote, "I love my mama, she has helped me be a strong woman so I can overcome these kinds of attacks. But if I had lower self-esteem, I would probably be starving myself right now. So I have something to say to all of you that have something nasty to say about me or other women who are built like me." She then tells the haters to kiss it. Such an iconic moment, probably the best clapback to date.
In our number 10 spot, we have Mary-Kate Olsen. It was early 2004, and Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were receiving one of their biggest awards to date. It was a big accolade for them, their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Don't know how much they care about it now that they no longer are acting, but YOLO. I will never forget forget it, because instead of celebrating the billionaire twins that convinced all of us 90s kids to run to Walmart to buy their clothes because they were so cool, instead of celebrating a huge moment in their life, every tabloid everywhere focused on how thin Mary-Kate was. She had an opened back dress on, and every tabloid was zooming into her ribcage and commenting on her body. It's all anyone talked about for weeks, months even, because that's what we were being bombarded with. At this point in the 2000s, this was the dawn of Us Weekly and the paparazzi. I feel like Brit met K-Fed during this time, so all anyone did was, read gossip magazines. Anyways, poor MK was ripped apart, and I bet you anything that contributed to her and her sis making the final decision to leave acting forever. So sad. I truly wish they had like a YouTube channel or something. I miss their content so much. Die-hard Olsen fan, run her. In our number 9 spot, we have Natalie Dyer. In 2016, when the epic drama Stranger Things came out, the world was instantly obsessed. I myself watched it twice back to back because I loved it so much. Along with everyone commenting on how amazing and unique the show was, people were also putting in their 2 cents about Natalie Dyer. Natalie Dyer has always been known as someone to be rather thin, however in Stranger Things people noticed that she got even thinner than normal, and a lot of people took to Twitter and commented on how skinny she was. People were unhappy that she was casted in the lead role and spoke about her management and how they should be making sure that she's well instead of making her work. Now some argue that they were speaking from a place of concern, but others were coming from a place of judgment. It's been 4 seasons and she is still dealing with this feedback from fans. In our number 8 spot, we have Sarah Hyland. Over the years, Sarah has been under a lot of criticism for her weight. In fact, people literally said in 2018 that she was promoting anorexia. This is probably the most ignorant thing of all time to say to someone whom they don't even know for sure if she's struggling with it. Because if she was, it's a mental disorder, and putting her under more mental stress from the worry of the statement could be extremely detrimental to someone struggling with it. In our number 7 spot, we have Angelina Jolie. Angelina's small frame has been the subject of criticism for years. In Angelina's case, so much of the world remembers how strong and fit she was in Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and so people think that her weight loss shows that she's ill, but the actress has always been thin, and people fluctuate over time. People have been brutal in calling her sick and anorexic. Apparently, Angelina has admitted to trying many different cleanses over the years, and so that would definitely contribute to weight loss, but it's no one's business. Angelina has never fought back against the comments, but sources have said that she's gone to many doctors and she's been told that she's healthy. In our number 6 spot, we have Denise Richards. Denise Richards has been a very popular actress and model since the 90s, and she's always been a skinny girl. At some points in her career, she has become very thin, and the public was not nice to her about it. She was often called shockingly thin by the tabloids, which feels like they were trying to insult her, but in the nicest way that they could. Typical Hollywood. Denise has had to deal with so much bad press over the years because of her relationship with ex Charlie Sheen, and so many have commented that the stress of that, along with all the regular Hollywood pressures, probably contributed to her losing weight at times. In our number 5 spot, we have Kate Moss. Kate Moss, the longtime Calvin Klein jeans spokesperson, has been accused of being anorexic so many times over the years that a trend was formed after her called as people that would do the illicit drug would look as skinny as her. Pretty horrible, and such a telling of the times and how harsh the tabloids were. Kate was known as being one of the most skinniest supermodels of all time at one point, and the world never seemed to stop talking about it. When asked why she was so skinny, Kate merely said that she was not anorexic, but that she just didn't eat because she was working too hard. In our number 4 spot, we have Zendaya. Probs, one of my fave celebs in the world right now. Zendaya has unfortunately had to deal with so many people skinny shaming her over the years. One time in particular was by a comedian actress named Julie Klausner in 2016, who called her a thinspo model for your impressionable teens and accused her of, quote, starving herself down to the size of one of her elbows. But Zendaya, who's just awesome, wasn't having it. She took to Twitter to respond and she said, "Do you find this funny?" Damn. She then further commented, "Now everyone go look in the mirror at their beautiful body and love that. Hashtag thick girls winning, hashtag skinny girls winning, hashtag we all winning." God, I love her. In our number 3 spot, we have Kate Middleton. This one shocked me, as I've always had the impression of Kate Middleton looking thin but normal, not too skinny. It's really quite sad to hear that people are always commenting on her weight and shaming her for being too thin. Apparently people were also commenting when she was pregnant, saying that her baby bump wasn't big enough. What do you even say to that? I'm sorry folks, I will do better next time. How can one have a baby bump that is too thin? That is in no way anyone's control. Or is it? I don't know. I've never been pregnant, but I don't think so. And that is just so silly to hear, and so sad that the British public and the world wouldn't leave a soon-to-be mother alone during a beautiful time in her life. Super disappointing. In our number 2 spot, we have Kate Bosworth. Oh my gosh, do you all remember the movie Blue Crush? Till this day, it is one of my favorites. I hate surfing, but man, does that movie make me want to surf, and Kate is amazing in that movie. It was after that movie that Kate lost a little bit of weight, and the public had so much to say about it. People would comment that she was wasting away because of how different she looked. I cannot believe that anyone could have the audacity to say that about any person. That is truly so horrible, and you just never know what someone is going through. I remember she got hounded for her weight for a very long time, and once again, this was during the same crazy paparazzi time of the early 2000s. Celebrity females of this time had to deal with so much and were so heavily criticized. I'm so thankful that we are living in a much better time now. In some ways, obviously, not in all ways. In our number 1 spot, we have Keira Knightley. Bend It Like Beckham was the movie of 2002. I was obsessed along with the rest of the world. Keira Knightley was one of the actors in that movie, and I remember how harsh people were on her about her weight. She was constantly labeled as anorexic, and people didn't really leave her alone much till Pirates of the Caribbean stole the hearts of people everywhere. But even after that, the tabloids still called her too thin. Keira once talked about how she was always skinny shamed, and said that dealing with all that was so hard and that she would never encourage her future hypothetical teen daughter to pursue acting because of the pressure and criticism.